Welcome here at Nellis Hall. You're watching Red Raven TV. We got a fine matchup tonight between the Coffeyville Red Ravens and the Garden City Bronc Busters. I'm here with Brad Hershey, and these players have had a long break over the winter break, and they're going to try and find themselves. And both these teams are neck and neck in the conference standings and neck in the overall. Both teams 10-3 and 6-3 in the conference. Brad, how are these teams gonna survive the 3-week break and come out with a victory tonight?
Man, coming off of a 3-week break, you're gonna have to make sure that you limit yourselves on turnovers. Because coming back, you're not used to the swing of things, and everybody kind of gets wild. So it's kind of gonna be whoever keeps the best head on this game, I think.
For Garden City, they'll come out Narradin James, Josh Fleming, Victor Dukes, Aaron Ray, and Ben Howes. For your Coffeyville Red Ravens, Travis Washington, Jordan Taylor, Cedric Rowland, and Trey Kalina. And a fast turnover for Garden City. A little bit out of control. As you said, turnovers, and Garden City gets one just with 10 seconds into the game. Not looking good, but still a lot of time remaining.
Looks like Garden City's playing with man. It's not going to probably work out with size down there if we keep getting it to him.
Klein gets it stripped. Turnover for Coffeyville. Great move by Victor Dukes, 6'6" sophomore out of Arkansas.
Another thing that's going to be a big factor is the transition, you know. Who can keep up with the speed and keep the intensity going on that.
You got to be in shape, like you said, Brad.
Yep.
You kind of lose your legs having a break.
Right.
3. That's Victor Dukes again.
Man, looks like he's going to have himself a night. He's pretty pumped.
5-0 run for Garden City. The Travis Washington.
Washington trying to do something.
Good pass to Kalina. Head fake. Draws a foul. That will be on the floor. That'll be on Victor Dukes. He's got 5 points and draws his first foul. .25 on the shot clock. Tedrick driving to the lane. Doesn't get it to go, but a foul call.
Tedrick has a good way of getting to the rim, but sometimes he does it a little too premature on some things. That one, he kind of looked like he's going to force it. It worked out for him because he got the foul, but he usually can out-jump about anybody in this gym, that's for sure.
He's one of the most athletic players maybe in this gym, and definitely on Coffeyville's team. Gets that one to go, averaging about 11.3 points per game with 3 rebounds. Gets 2 free throws to go. You know,
another thing coming back from like a 3-week break, you're going to have a lot of fouls going to be called because players just don't remember what the rules are, it feels like sometimes. And so it's going to come down to who makes some more free throws too.
And we might see some sloppy play between both teams. Quick 3. Good box out for Coffeyville. Kalina will collect it.
Cedric Wolf coming down right here.
A little bit out of control.
And just like I said, sometimes he does it a little premature. He kind of forced that one and ended up traveling there.
Absolutely. Ben Howes, the top scorer, sophomore for Garden City, 33. Look for him, 16 points per game, almost a double-double with 9 rebounds. Very good player. Good find. And 1.
Looked like Washington got lost there a little bit and got backdoored on.
Aaron Ray will have a chance at an and 1 opportunity. This game crucial for both teams. An easy dunk for Narradin James. But I was about to say, both teams pretty even in the standings. This win could separate them in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference.
Washington with the long three. Missed that one.
Comes Garden City on the other end. A little bit sloppy.
Just like I was saying, the fouls are going to be coming over and over.
Yeah, these players will definitely have to play defense with their feet and not their hands.
Washington tried to reach around right there and didn't work out for him.
Narraton James tries to find someone in the middle. Jordan Taylor picks it up. And on the other end, and Coffeyville can't handle it.
Just trying to find the swing of things, man. Both teams will figure it out eventually, hopefully, so we can have some good basketball.
These few minutes in the first, both teams are just going to really have to figure it out and, like you said, get in the swing of things. And which team figures it out quicker probably will win this game. And Howells goes to the deck hard.
Looks like
he is injured.
They're playing on, though.
Pedrick on the other end. And they'll take a player's timeout. That did not look good.
Looked like he bounced off Kalina there.
You could hear the thump from here. And we did not like to see that.
You know, both these teams are going to have to get a little less sloppy if they're either one of them is going to want to have a good night. You know, Tedrick's been trying to force some drive-ins, and TJ Washington still hasn't really found his rhythm yet on anything. And being the point guard, that's a key player that he needs to kind of slow himself down and find that rhythm so that Coffeyville can be successful.
Coach Trinkle would have a big deficit if Ben Howells cannot return. Like I said, he is one of the premier players in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference. 16 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double.
Looks like he might have a head injury here. That's what it's kind of looking like, maybe concussion. He hit his head pretty hard on Klein. I don't know if it was his elbow or his hip or what he hit, but
most people don't think concussions can happen in basketball, but they happen more often than people think.
Elbows being thrown around, and you don't even notice it sometimes, I feel like.
So big loss for Garden City. We were praying for the best. Quick three from Garden City. That's long. No collected anyways.
Josh Fleming with that three earlier.
That is good.
Aaron Ray with the three from the corner there.
He is a sophomore, averaging about 8 points. This Garden City team's led by a bunch of sophomores, and they're showing it thus far. Throwing it up. Layup. Timeout. Harkelman, Josh Fleming.
Flying through the air there, man.
He's a 5'9", 190 pounds flying through the air.
Watching him in warm-ups, he was actually putting some down. I think he could have dunked that one if he was a little close to the rim.
Cedric Rowland wasn't right there to give him a little contest. He probably could have thrown that down. But we've seen Garden City come out a little bit sloppy. They picked it up and they ran with it, and Coffeyville has just been sloppy.
Right.
4 minutes.
The difference to me, Coffeyville's just been a little more lazy with their sloppiness, whereas Garden City is going a little harder, and the wildness is coming from them just trying to go too hard. So inevitably that's going to be the why they're ahead, you know. But
both these teams coming in with 2 victories. Coffeyville won at Neosho and won here at home at Colby. And Garden City won at home against Cloud City and at Pratt. So both teams come in here with a win streak, and one of them won't leave here with one. Good move by Cedric. Strong post move. That's what Coffeyville needed. Quick score. Shove it in to the middle.
Now. You know, Roland's been doing really good this year.
Quick three. Silences the crowd. Aaron Ray, that's his second. 6 points. Right around his average at 8. Coffeyville really working the post. A foul on Aaron Ray at the 3-point line. Mike Covage will check in for Tedrick. So will Greg Poulion. So only 5 fouls between both teams thus far. It's probably an excellent mark since these guys have not played in a while, and like we said, we'll see a lot of fouls probably. And
Jordan Taylor with the 3.
He stepped into that one, knocked it down. And a good steal by Cubbage. Gives it off to Washington. Too long.
It's a little too hard off the glass there.
Back the other way, Josh Fleming. Can't get it to go. They'll get it back. Poulion stepped on the back line. Josh Fleming can really fly for a 5'9" guy. He got up there with the big ones. Just couldn't finish. So we'll see James McNeil, 5'11", out of Kansas City, Kansas, sophomore. They only have 2 freshmen on this Garden City team. Sophomore loaded team. Unlike Coffeyville, where only have about 5 sophomores. Turnover, Coffeyville ball.
Jamon Kelly there. Took a little walk. Got a dribble.
I was going to bring up the last night's game, but I didn't really want to do it. But the KUK State game where the dude didn't dribble. But Travis Washington from long distance.
Coffeyville still struggling to move the feet for defense.
And that is a hard fall for both players. It looked like Poulion was on the in-line, and that's why he will not get the call.
Yep. He definitely had his feet set, though. He was there. He was just inside that line.
Victor Dukes came out strong. Has 6 points so far. See if he can add to that.
It's one of those that no matter how long you've had your feet planted, if you're inside that half circle in there, they will call that a charge every time. Or a block every time, my bad.
So we'll see Malik Keith and Jordan Newberry. We've not seen him play that much this season, but Herkelman wants something different.
Newby was out with a hand injury, it looked like, earlier in the season.
Malik Keith leading the team in points and leading the team in rebounds. Coming off the bench, 15 points and 4.6 rebounds.
Jordan Taylor trying to do something with the ball.
He's hit a couple threes today, and he gets that to go.
Nice little baseline drive there by Jordan Taylor.
Coming out with quick pressure. Garden City breaks it quickly. Gets an open 3. Jordan Newberry with a rebound. Off to Malik Keith. Back to Jordan Newberry. Wants a 3, can't get it.
Skip pass.
Cubbage. Long. Newberry gets the save. Back to Malik Keith. Jordan Taylor.
Newby is in there working.
He is.
Hustle in. Now he gets a 3 shot right here. Knocks it down.
The freshman gets it to go.
Coming in with a hustle, and it's paying off for him. I bet he'll see some more time.
He's played early on in the season against the JV teams, but really hasn't seen any minutes in the conference play. But he gets it right there, makes the most, gets 2 rebounds and a 3-pointer to bring them within 4 points. That's a spark the Coffeyville needed.
Yeah, definitely. They came back from being down by like 8. Now they're only down, 4 right there? Man, they are definitely coming back with some fire and intensity here. I mean, Garden City had to call a timeout there. They got a little flustered, so let's see if they can come out of this timeout with some more intensity.
Like we said, Garden City, one of their best players, went down early on in the game. It looks like he's up on the bench and moving around, so maybe we'll see him again. That's Ben Howes. He went down hard to the deck, and it looked like a scary scene. But he's on the bench, looking pretty good. Coffeyville down by 4. There's a travel on James McNeil. Malik Keith will bring it up. The Red Ravens. Newberry wants it again. He got it.
Newby knocks it down again. 2 for 2 for him. And a steal. Oh, foul called on Jordan Taylor. The reach in.
Tough break for the Red Ravens. Could have got an easy 5-point run within like a couple seconds.
You know, the Coffeyville just needs to keep feeding it to Jordan Newby there, because we had 2 for 2 right off the bench. That's exciting to see from him.
He's got the hot hand. Coffeyville's got 3 threes, 2 provided by Newberry. Down by 1, 12:30 left, 20 on the shot clock. Josh Fleming, pull up, he got it.
He's got some quick feet there. Jordan Taylor came out and didn't really close out and allowed him to drive the baseline and pull up for a little jumper.
Newberry was looking for Pullion and looking for a tip. Won't get it.
It was a good look. He just didn't throw it to the right spot, looks like.
Quick pressure for the Ravens.
Looks like Washington's going to come back into the game here pretty soon.
Stop and long for McNeil. Newberry wanted it again. Cubbage up top, looking for something. He found Pullion. No good. Malik Keith almost got the rebound. As we talked about, only a 5'10" guy, but leading this Red Raven team in rebounds. He is not shy to get his hands dirty in the middle. Stop. Long. And a steal. Newberry
fighting for the ball there.
Garden City will slow it down. Josh Fleming on the drive. He gets blocked by Jordan Taylor. Newberry on the attack. Loses the ball again. And a foul on the other end. So we've seen the best of Jordan Newberry, and we saw him a little bit out of control there, losing the ball.
He's still young, though, that is for sure. And this is his first game that we've seen him play, so he's maybe just be a little excited.
And we're seeing a new guy check in, and another guy that's played at minimal minutes this season, Devontae Robinson, 6'5" freshman at Fort Scott. So Herkelman really working his bench and working his players that haven't got many minutes in the conference play. And we've yet to see Ben Howells after he took a hard fall. Aaron Ray will check back in the ball game, a 6'2" sophomore out of Middletown, New York.
He had the hot hand earlier in the game. Had a 3 from the corner and then 3 from up top.
He averages 8.2 points for Coach Trinkle and the Bronx Busters. Stop. Has to give it up to Cedric, and he's a little bit out of control. And that's what you alluded to early on in the game. The keys to the game were pretty much don't be sloppy. And Coffeyville has shown that early on. But still within 4, you got to be happy. Open 3 for Aaron Ray. In and out. Cedric finally collects the rebound. Into Cedric.
Kicking it out.
Another new guy. Hits it. So the guys that really haven't played much minutes for Coffeyville come in and provide 9 points off the bench.
Robinson right there for that three. A little miscommunication looked like there.
Quick jumper. Couldn't get into their offense. Leads for a fast break from Lee Keith, and he'll slow it up. Cubbage, spin move, right hand, good.
Beautiful move right there by Cubbage. Good
so
look.
Elusive.
Good look by Malik Keith, looking up the court still. And,
good hands by
almost.
Travis Washington, and Malik Keith gets it. And we're playing a little bit of volleyball, if you say.
Yeah.
Right there.
Look like they're kind of playing some hot tomato right there, or potato.
And Ben House checks in the ball game. Mike Cubbage will pick up a hand call. So quick timeout. Coffeyville's got a 3-point advantage after starting off a little bit rough. And that's the first foul on Mike Cubbage. If you're Jay Herkelman, you got to be happy about this, how this team, you came out kind of rough, really rough, I'd say, and you got it together, and you hold a 3-point advantage.
Yeah,
you took people pretty much off the bench that haven't really played, and they give you some valuable minutes.
That's right. It's a good move by Jay Jay Herkelman bringing in the new guys, because usually when you bring in somebody off the bench that doesn't play much and they score, that's your team kind of gets a momentum going. And so bringing them in brought some energy, and that's what they needed. Nobody was really playing hard. They were all playing lazy and sloppy at the beginning. Brought some new guys in, brought some energy, and it's transitioning into all the other players, and that's what brought them back, is the energy.
I think Jay's really trying to tell his players that there's no guaranteed starters. You got to come out and show it all every night, or someone off the bench is going to come take your spot.
Yeah, that's right.
And they've really done that tonight. But Garden City, you're still in this ball game. You got your main player back on the floor. You come up with a couple rebounds, they could really turn this around.
Aaron Ray could hit a couple threes, and then it'd be back into Garden City with the lead. So
absolutely. Ben Howes off the mark. Washington, great move. Now be goaltending, offensive goaltending
by Devontae Robinson right there. But he thought it was going to come out, so he's trying to put it back in real quick, but hadn't got out of the rim yet.
So errant pass. Washington on the break again. He'll lay that one in.
Two-on-one situation, and Washington made the right decision there, just taking himself.
Another steal. 3 turnovers in a row for Coffeyville.
And back over. Aaron Ray finding that one.
Ben Howes get an easy dunk.
And they're back into that sloppy ways right now. Everybody's playing a little fast. They got to slow it back down.
Cedric looking for someone.
Strong.
He puts it up. Garden City will slow it down, as they should. 3 straight turnovers. Only allowing 2 points, though.
Aaron Ray trying to set up a play there, it looks like.
Trying.
And an in-rhythm 3, in and out right there. Washington bringing it down, playing a
lot of
fast.
contact. He finishes.
Looked like he might have got away with a little bit of a travel there. Worked out for him, though.
Victor Dukes
fancy move, but didn't get a finish.
I know,
there.
weird jump shot. I'm surprised he didn't go up with it and try and get a foul call. Tedrick Wolf
with the finish there.
Eluding the defenders and finishing at the rim.
Surprised he didn't rise up and dunk that one. Definitely could have. He just didn't think he had time.
Aaron Ray out of control on the floor. Victor Dukes knocking some players over. He'll get a block call on Devontae Robinson. Victor Dukes, we saw him early on get a couple threes, and he's really been non-existent these couple minutes, but he averages 14.5 points per game and 10.5 rebounds, so he averages a double-double, and he's short on this free throw.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy and moves pretty good, though, for how big he is. He's done some dribbling, done some shooting, just like you said, shooting a couple threes at the beginning.
6'6", sophomore out of Arkansas. Plays almost like our own Poulion. Gets to the rim. Kind of a post-up player, jump shooter type.
Washington with a good dish, but rolling with the turnover there.
Josh Fleming on the break. Gets glass by Tedrick.
Tedrick Wolf.
Ben House can't get it to follow.
Wolf comes flying out of nowhere on that one.
And the Coffeyville faithful are loving that hustle by Tedrick.
You know, Josh Fleming can get up there, but like we said earlier, Tedrick Wolf is just an amazing athlete and came flying.
Tedrick Wolf can definitely alter shots. 6'5". Against the 5'9" Josh Fleming. It's not really going to end well. Tedrick going up with the best of them. Can't get it to finish. Off to Aaron Ray. He finishes.
Good hustle by Washington there, trying to get back, though.
Travis Washington, we've seen him hit a long three. And Jordan Taylor has hit one. That's long. Josh Fleming will pick up a foul. But Travis Washington, the second leading scorer on this Red Raven team, 13.8 points per game. And he's one of the leaders for Coffeyville. It almost feels like if he plays poorly, this Red Raven team is going to really struggle on nights like these.
Well, yeah, he's the type of guy that when he has a good game, he's gonna drop quite a few points, and he's also gonna get some assists, just like he almost got right there. Which he did get right there, and he's good at drawing the attention to himself and then dishing it off, let other people do their jobs. So
definitely a pivotal player for the Coffeyville Red Raven team. Good steal by Tedrick on the fast break. It should be fun.
And Aaron Ray with the foul there. Didn't want Wolf to get an easy layup or dunk right there.
Tedrick in those positions throws down monster dunks, and if you're Garden City, you don't want to give momentum like that to another team.
That's right. Man, it's almost like he's angry at the rim when he dunks those.
So we'll see Coffeyville shoot their third free throw of the night. Tedrick has had all of the free throws for Coffeyville.
Wolf is usually, he's not the best shooter, but his free throws are usually pretty excellent. You won't see him shoot many threes during a game, that's for sure.
He does most of his work attacking the rim and getting fouls.
And finishing with the free throws like he has tonight so far.
Coffeyville's press kind of getting to him. Inside to Victor Dukes.
Finishes there at the rim.
Coffeyville still holds a 6-point advantage with 5:15 left. Lee Keith, really have not seen him. He's been non-existent. Good pass in there to kick out. Long. Pullion will get the over the back call.
Jordan, usually a pretty good shooter, has been struggling tonight at the three-point line. Jordan Taylor there.
He hit the first one of the night.
And Jordan Newby coming back in for Pullion.
Garden City will be shooting free throws all the way through this half. Victor Dukes averages 14.5 per game and adds to his point total today. Garden City 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Make that 3 for 6.
A little miscommunication there by Kalina and Wolf.
And that won't make Coach Herkelman mad.
Yes, it will. And looks like Garden City's getting the ball back right now. Quick inbounds there.
Josh Finley will set it up. Side to Ben Howes. He looks inside, gets it through to Victor Dukes, gets it blocked on the break. Good find.
Good entry there. Good entry by Jordan Newby there. Kalina getting to shoot 2 here.
Kalina is one of those guys where he doesn't get so many minutes in a game, but I think Herkelman wants him in this ball game.
He adds a big presence down there. I mean, 7 foot.
And when Garden City's tallest player is 6'7", you got to really use him to an advantage.
Make them change their shots a little bit down low.
He gets one of the two.
You know, some of these guys on the Garden City team are really good at getting to the rim, but once they get up there, they have to deal with hands up in the air, like Kalina right there, and when Tedrick Wolf is down there, you got to worry about those hands that can change the shot and make them miss easy layups. So there's a good presence down there.
Ben Howes had a layup early on in the game. Misses on that free throw. That's 2 on Jordan Newberry. And doesn't seem like Herkelman's going to take him out. Good on the second. Cubbage to the rim. Look at a knee on the foul. Looked like he got him on the body before Cubbage went up with that. Coffeyville 6 of 7 at the line. So making good at the line, keeping this 6-point advantage. Make that 7.
Yeah, that was one of the other things I said. You know, it's going to come down to who's going to shoot free throws better tonight, because coming back from the 3-week break, you're going to have people playing wild and a lot of fouls going to be happening. So
all those little things you got to do on nights like these when you've had a 3-week break. Got to do them well if you want to come out with a victory, because both teams are sitting even at the standings at the KJCC. Coffeyville at 10-3 and Garden City at 10-3, both 6-3 in the conference. So this one game could make the difference in the standings.
Fleming's right there, just picked up his second foul. Looks like they're giving him a break.
Haven't seen much of Cedric. He's had some good post moves. He averages 12.3 points per game and about five rebounds.
Yeah, he's usually a big factor in the game, but he hasn't really got the ball much down there today.
quick jumper. Long.
Taylor bringing the ball down here. It looks like he's trying to get to
He
the
sees
rim.
something. Draws a foul. And with this height of Coffeyville, they're going to keep tacking the rim. And with their athleticism, like Jordan Taylor has, he can get to the rim and draw a foul pretty much every time he wants to go down the court. Just a bit long on that free throw.
You know, like Tedrick, Jordan Taylor has a tendency to go in a little too much sometimes. If he gets the foul drawn, then it's okay, but sometimes he doesn't get them called.
Sometimes he falls in love with the three ball, which can ultimately hurt him. Good move. Can't finish. A tip in by Ani. Back on the other side with Coffeyville. Holding a 5-point advantage. 3:15 left in the first half. Cedric rims out.
If Cedric had one of his usual nights, then we would probably be up a couple more points. He's kind of been struggling down there.
He's almost guaranteed to make when he gets to those low positions. Tonight can't find it.
And Roland called with a grab right there.
It almost feels like Coffeyville just needs that one free